Greetings and welcome to week 5 of 16 of this build for the Leeds Marathon in May 2025. Now this week is a recovery week and I was so pleased to just drop and have an extra day of rest because I've dropped a day of running this week and I've significantly lowered the volume, so down to about 60-65k this week. And this first run of the week was a really nice chilled easy recovery from the long run the day before, and already this weather is getting me in a good mood.
Following that racing line. Here we go. Done. Oh wow, I'm in such a good mood. Spring is in the air. Don't get me wrong, it's freezing cold. It is still like 2 degrees, but the daffodils are starting to sprout up now. I've just run past a field and I just heard a chorus of little lambs going meh, and it was just, I don't know, I'm just ready for this winter to call it quits now, because it's been long, and maybe I think I've just been missing that big yellow thing, bit of vitamin D. And yeah, I feel so much better. I'm in a recovery week now. That was a lovely recovery run. Such a nice way to start a week as well, with a nice little chilled, easy sort of 10k recovery pace. With my training partner as well, Daisy. So yeah, feeling good. Ready to get week 5 of Leeds training done and dusted.
Well, it's first thing Wednesday morning, and of course, for me and Daisy, unfortunately, that only means one thing. And I have to get Daisy out of bed and we head up to the Malverns for a hilly run. Now usually I would do sort of 10k-ish, 12k, especially now I'm trying to sort of increase the volume for my usual weekly mileage, kilometerage I suppose I should say. But today, as I've already said, is a recovery week, so I decided to make it only a 5k. So I didn't really want to just absolutely smash this, either run too far or too many hills or run too fast. So yeah, just 5k, it was enough. Oh, look at little Daisy's face, she loves the hills. So yeah, that's what we always seem to do, just go up there, touch the summit cairn, touch the beacon, and then depending on what sort of mood I'm in, pause the watch and take some photos, or if like this day it was just freezing cold, then just get down as soon as possible. So as you can see, we've chosen a descent down the beacon that is one slightly less travelled, rather than using the sort of hard standing tarmac path. We've decided to go down we should have abseiled, I think, but anyway, time to go to the track for the second run. Well, it's Wednesday night, it's track time, and I'm in some new kicks. I've got the Evo SLs on today. I've finally found them in stock at Start Fitness in my size, so I said yes, I'm having them. So I was impulsive and I got some, because I do need a good sort of long run tempo shoe. So they were the ones that fit the bill. So I'm looking forward to seeing what these can do. As it's a recovery week for me, what I'm going to be doing this week is at track is something nice and chilled. I'm not going to be going too quick around the track, but what I'm going to try and do is put these things through the paces. So I've already seen the session, it's 1200 metre reps, so I'm going to start out steady and then each rep get a bit quicker, so hopefully I'm not far from 10k pace by the end of it. So yeah, looking forward to seeing how these things hold up. We'll get a little warm up done in them, and yeah, excited. New shoe day is always a good day. Believe it or not, I haven't actually bought a pair of new running shoes since the summer of last year, so what's that, like 8-9 months? When I last bought my Puma Velocity Nitro 3s. So I don't know how I've managed to abstain. Actually, yes I do, I've had no money. That's how. Because otherwise I probably would have spent it all on new shoes. So that's why I haven't bought any. But I finally managed to get my hands on these shoes, which are the Adidas Evo SLs. Now they've been making a lot of headlines lately, for some people quite annoyingly, because they were on some sort of lottery system, which annoyed a lot of people. But finally I managed to find a pair that I could just purchase and get within 2 days from Start Fitness, and they came, and I've got them on my feet now and I absolutely love them. Now this session I'm doing probably isn't the fairest test to test new shoes on, because A, I'm on the track, and B, I'm not really using them how they're supposed to be intended to be used. But I just didn't really want to get them too dirty on the first time of wearing them on the roads. So I did use them for this track session, which was 1,200 metres of the track, so 3 laps of the track in a progressive session.
Good session that was, quite hard, worked quite hard towards the end, but it was progression session, which is quite nice. So always nice to sort of lean into a session and work a bit harder towards the end. Shoes are great. I mean, obviously the proper test is when I get them on the road, because the track is like a big super shoe, to be honest. But as soon as I get on the road, I'll know what they're really like. But I've got a good feeling about these. They felt good throughout all those paces. I think the sweet spot's going to be around about marathon pace. Steady, tempo-ish, you know, those kind of zones and areas. But yes, happy days.
After track, Thursday was a blissful day off, and then Friday we were back to it for an 11 3/4 K easy run round the lanes with Daisy. As you can see, it's very wintry conditions, so not quite as nice as it has been earlier this week. In fact, only Monday was nice. Don't listen to me at all.
Right, so here we are at the finish. I've just put my bag there. Hopefully it'll still be there when we get to the finish, because it's got my car key in it. Daisy and I, which way are you going? Daisy and I have just come down to Mallard's Pike Parkrun. It's one of my favourites just in the entire world. I love coming down here. We're going to do the Parkrun and then 10k loop, get to the car for 10:30 challenge. So that is what's occurring today. Decent weather, it's going to be good, it's always good here. So yeah, going to do a bit of steady running today. I've got obviously the race tomorrow, which is Bourton 10k, which isn't as the crow flies, just down the road from here. But afterwards I'll be heading back up the M5 home and then back down the M5 tomorrow. But anyway, let's get Mallard's Pike done, and I'm excited for this one as always. Such a cool parkrun.
So here we are on the start line of Mallard's Pike. Daisy looks like she's already surrendering the doggy W to the one in front. Yeah, let's let them go, shall we? Because look at that, they've gone off pretty quick. And sorry Daisy, I know you want to run 2-minute miles today, but I haven't really got it in me. And it's recovery week, I've got to keep reminding myself it's recovery week. So that's one of the main reasons that I'm here at Mallard's Pike, because this course naturally slows you down. Well, the first half does. The second half, well, we'll get to that in a minute. But first half, as you can see, is just such a lovely place to run. I know I was wax lyrical about Mallard's Pike Parkrun, but I do believe it's one of those parkruns that everybody should do once. It's so good, especially if you've got a dog, because at the end, when you go over the finish line, they've like got these old like ice cream tubs, but they fill them full of water for the dogs.
So that's 2.5k done, and we're almost at the top of the hill, which is good. Holding steady, and we're going to carry on holding steady until the last k. I'll turn those legs over a little bit as we head downhill to the finish. So yeah, happy days. Well, because there's quite a hard downhill here, we're maintaining the pace, but everyone's moving away from us because it's so natural just to speed up. But I'm trying to be disciplined and try and stay steady, and when it rolls over to that last k, we'll try and reel a few people in. Right then, we're going to crack on.
Yeah, enjoy.
See you at the end.
Yeah, see you in a bit.
So that was me talking to Richard Harper, who had run past me about 3 minutes before this, and then sort of did a double take and said, "All right, Andy, what are you doing here?" So we had a bit of a chat as we were doing that last K, and we were talking about how good the course is, and I think he's training for Manchester Marathon, so all the best, Rich. And that was really nice to run with you for a bit. But I'd always had it in my head that I wanted to run this last downhill kilometre as fast as I could, because that's one of the best things about this course is it's like a pyramid shape, so you can run hard downhill. And there you can see we could have done some people right at the end, but we showed some mercy
upon these park runners, and
Cheers, guys.
yeah, Daisy was gutted.
Yeah.
There we go. So we finished in
Thank you.
what, 24:47.
Yeah, she loves the park run.
But a last kilometre, get this, of 3:36.
Anyway, in 1 second we'll get my
There's Daisy. Look, she's found the water, and yeah, I just think that's a really nice little touch from the park run that they put these bowls of water out for the dogs, so they can just all smash some water afterwards. Because for us, when it's sort of 8 degrees, for them it's like 18 degrees. So yeah, some water was needed for Daisy. So I thought that was really thoughtful. I actually did have some in my vest that I'd put at the finish, so I did have some for her before anyone says you shouldn't be running without water with your dog. So I always carry water. I just didn't have any on me.
Thank you very much. So park run done in just under 25 minutes, and now we're going to have a little cool down run around the forest. I don't know how far we'll do because we've only got to 10:30 on the car, and it's probably best not to do too much because obviously I've got the race tomorrow. So probably about another 5k now, and then that's me done for the week, barring a little cool down and warm up tomorrow. So always good fun to do this park run. I absolutely love it, and saw a couple of folks here that I know, including Richard and James, who'd come all the way up from Portsmouth, and I've been talking about Mallard's Pike for so long, and as I saw him come around the finish, he's like, I can see why you like this park run so much. So if you haven't done Mallard's Pike, put it on your park run bucket list.
There we go. See, I was going on about it again, saying how good it is. I cannot be held responsible if you come and you don't like it. You've got to have a love-hate relationship with hills as well. You can't do this and moan that it's hilly, because it basically is quite hilly.
Right, 5k. That'll do. Instead of 10k, I think that might be more sensible. Than running 10k the day before a 10k. Yeah, that's just, I mean, because it's traily as well, it's a bit more effort than there would be on the road. But the good thing is about the trails is the impact is so much softer on your muscles and your joints and things. So yeah, trail running FTW. So let's go and get a coffee and a bit of cake, drive home, then we better decide what I'm going to wear on my feet for tomorrow's 10k. Do I go with the Alphafly version 1 or do I go with the Takumi Sen 10? At the moment I don't know, but with the weather forecast being as it is, which is like 50-60 mile an hour winds, I don't think it really matters, does it? Look at those power cables. It is windy. I'm back from my 10k and I don't really know how I've managed to just run a 10k in this weather. Rain, snow, sun, heat, cold, I don't mind. But wind, it's one of the worst elements to run in, I think. Good girl. So this is a slightly different surface to this morning. Today I did the Bourton on the Water or Bourton 10k down in the Cotswolds. Did it last year. I did it faster this year. Really enjoyed it. It's hard graft in this weather. I don't know if you can hear the wind on the camera or not, but it's really quite windy. And yeah, I'm just feeling really good. I'm feeling so much different now at the end of week 5 than I was at the start of week 1 of training. I feel so much better, so much better. All I've really done is increase the frequency and the volume, and I just feel really good again. I just feel good. It's funny how it goes, isn't it? Because it's such bad weather at the moment, and yet here I am loving my running. So sometimes you've just got to get on with it, whip yourself into shape, because no one else is going to do it for you. And I'm really glad
that I did, and Leeds Marathon was the stimulus for that. Going into week 6 now. I've had a nice recovery week, finishing it up with a good race, nice recovery run, nice and soft underfoot, and yeah, looking forward to hitting week 6 now. Thanks for watching if you're still watching, or listening if you can still hear me. There's a bit of a storm brewing, but we get it done. We smash it, that's what we do. I'll see you guys on the next episode. Take it easy wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you soon. Ta-da! It's on, Andy!